Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Friday, the 17th of March. Continuing to follow Robert Murray McShane's reading scheme, today we read John chapter 7 as one of the chapters he gives us. And in it, Jesus goes up to Jerusalem to the Feast of Tabernacles, at first surreptitiously, and then he steps forward and starts teaching the people. And there's a great deal of discussion about him and what he is and what he's doing and what he means. And a lot of uncertainty. And we're told that he says to the crowds who's going to go and they cannot come where he is. And they say, what does he mean by that? Is he going to go to the diaspora, the Jews scattered amongst the Greeks, and will he teach the Greeks? And they ask, what did he mean when he said, you will look for me, but you will not find me, and where I am, you cannot come? And there's no answer. Maybe John just left it out, but I think it's more likely Jesus didn't answer their question. And it was a fairly valid question from what he was saying. What he was saying wasn't absolutely clear. There was a certain ambiguity to it. And they start saying, what does this actually mean? And as I read through the scriptures, particularly as I read through John's gospel, I can relate to them. There's a whole lot of what Jesus is saying in the recorded teaching. And I think, what does this actually mean? What's he saying and how does it apply? And Jesus doesn't answer. He could have said, no, what I mean is this, and he could have clarified it. He had the time to do it, but he didn't. And we sometimes, well, certainly I sometimes think God should be a little more clear in his word. But maybe he just leaves us to ponder it and to read it and to think about it and to wrestle with it and to have it in the back of our minds. That there is no settled answer to this question I have, and I will just carry it forward with me. And inevitably, I found that some of the questions I've had, not all of them, but some of them, and a good number of them, questions that I have today, in 6 months' time have been answered by other things I've read. And suddenly, so when Jesus says this, that clarifies this. And as you read through the rest of Scripture, a whole lot of the missing puzzle pieces come into place and you can see the picture more clearly. But the other side of the coin is I don't believe God intends us to have a lie back and watch the TV and have all the questions answered kind of faith journey. He leaves us with questions. He leaves us with a certain amount of uncertainty. And he just says, I am the truth. Keep looking for me. Keep pursuing me. Keep reading my word. Keep going. You don't have to have all the answers. If you don't understand this, just keep going. The next passage you will understand. As you keep following and as you keep reading, we're drawn deeper into truth. And we know that one day, and only one day when we step into glory and we see Jesus face to face on the throne, surrounded by the heavenly host, at that point, I believe, our questions will be answered. Until we get there, I believe we're going to have questions. And we live with them and trust that Jesus ultimately is the answer. Be encouraged and be blessed.